welcome to China. After consecutive second place finishes, I know I keep banging on about that first victory, but let's be honest, the Mercs are so quick it's almost impossible. We have been building a new rear wing and new brakes. Neither have been fitted onto either car because we're going to get their reliability up before we start using them. As soon as they're ready, they'll be going straight onto George Russell's car, ready to improve him and possibly get us that victory. We've managed to go through practice and pick up a couple of setups which are generally okay. They're not the best, but they'll do. And fingers crossed, they'll deliver in qualifying. I believe it's Russell's time to go out first. To be honest, I've completely lost track of it. I don't think I've been following it at all this season. But Russell will be heading out first. There is no rain planned at the moment. Hopefully that stays the same. So we're just going to build up his tyre temps as per usual. There's not much I can do with the brake temps. I've tried everything under the sun. I can't do it, so I give up. So he is perfect, and now we will send out Latifi to get a lap time in himself. Obviously with no rain, I'm not expecting a pole position today. We absolutely played that qualifying to perfection in Russia. We could not have played that any better. Absolutely spot on. The issue we've got here with Latifi is he's in a crowd, and that is a little worrying. So George's 3 tenths off the pace of Lewis, and with Latifi battling, he's probably already going to lose the time that he would have been looking to have. Yeah, he's 5 tenths down at the moment. I think he's going to end up quite low down here. He's 9 tenths overall. He's in 12th place. George Russell looks set for 3rd at the moment. He will have to go out again. He's quicker than Bottas and Perez, quicker than Norris, quicker than quite a few of the other cars. We'll just allow the track to bed in a little bit more. 55-second lap around China. Latifi will be heading out first because he hasn't earned that right to go out second in his performances. So as soon as 3 minutes hits, we will send out Latifi. So here he goes for his attempt to hopefully go a little bit quicker than 9 tenths off the pace. AlphaTauri certainly not having the best weekend themselves at the moment. Everybody's hitting the lap times now. So here he goes. And he's had a perfect lap there. And now Latifi. Now George will go out. Without battling, Latifi has no excuse but to go quicker. And he is quicker. He's green in sector 1. He's green in sector 2. Not much though, really. So George now will come round. Latifi put himself in 12th. He only actually went 2 tenths quicker, which is a bit annoying. So Russell was 1 tenth down after the first sector. Coming around now, he's 3 tenths down after the second sector, but he's going green so far. 4 tenths down. Perez does out-qualify us. He will start 3rd. George will start 4th. Latifi, he's disappointed here in China. He's not backed George up at all. very disappointing qualifying from Nicholas Latifi. Beijing. Oh, right. So no rain forecast at the moment. There are 47 laps to navigate. I suppose the question is, how long do the tyres last? So if we go on to tyre choice, you've got 10 to 12 laps, 14 to 16 laps, 19 to 21 laps. So it is a two-stop race no matter what. I'm thinking hard. Ooh. Hard, medium, medium maybe? Or hard, soft, hard, hard. So that much, there's not that much pace difference, but there's a big pace difference there. I'm thinking soft, hard, hard, to be honest. I think soft, hard, hard is the way to go. So in terms of knowledge, we'll put it into the hard tyres for both, because we're going to be utilising those hard tyres a hell of a lot during this race. We're just going to go with the neutral starts this time. So, your grid for the Chinese Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is on pole with Max Verstappen alongside him. Literally neck and neck, 1/1000th of a second between them. Checo backs up his teammate in third. George Russell starts fourth. Lando Norris is fifth and Valtteri Bottas is sixth. Daniel Ricciardo is seventh and Sebastian Vettel will start ninth. The fifth row is made up of Charles Leclerc in ninth and Pierre Gasly in 10th. Carlos Sainz starts 11th alongside Nicholas Latifi in 12th. Nico Hülkenberg is 13th and Fernando Alonso is 14th. Yuki Tsunoda heads the 8th row in 15th and Kimi Raikkonen is 16th. Esteban Ocon starts 17th just ahead of Guan Yu Zhou in 18th. Antonio Giovinazzi is 19th and Felipe Drugovich will start in last place. Let's head down for lights out. So George, once again, the main man, the guy we're going to keep our eye on here off the line. It's an okay start. It's not a terrible start by any means. And Latifi has now lost 12th. He's down into 13th battling and he's back up to 12th now. Russell comfortably away, to be honest, in 4th. Very comfortably away. We'll speed it up a little bit now as George is right up behind Perez, you know. He's really right behind him. Perez is going slow. And that is allowing the McLarens to come right behind George. And now we'll just utilise, hopefully, maybe not. We're trying to use the ERS to try and get... Maybe we're not. Oh, no, we're not. He's going to go around the outside, is he? What a move. Is he going to get Perez as well? George Russell. What a move. Up into third place. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful from George. But that Lando Norris is looking very racy. He's looking very racy. Latifi's in 16th place. He is not having a race to remember at the moment. And now George Russell needs to start stretching this Williams' legs a little bit, because Lando Norris behind him is quick. He's looking very quick. What can George do? I mean, Latifi's already ballsed it up a little bit, to be honest, allowing himself to be down there. But as it stands, Lewis Hamilton's 8 seconds up the road from us, so there's no race victory hope unless Hamilton crashes out. Verstappen's up the road by about 5 seconds, and Valtteri Bottas is on the charge as well, but he's going to have to pit really early, I feel. He's going to have to pit quite early. And George has just got to try and open up a gap. He's actually saved his tyres a hell of a lot more than Lando and Bottas and Ricciardo, which is what you want to see. He's 2.1 up the road from them. We're actually going to call Latifi in first. So Latifi will come in this lap to go to his hards. And we'll charge that up. And George, we're actually going to ask George to stretch it out an extra lap. And I believe he can do it. That's the thing with George. I believe he can do it. So Latifi's coming back out in last place. And George will come in this lap for his set of hard tyres. And we'll charge him up. So in comes George from third place. Hamilton's gone to mediums. It's an interesting call. Very interesting call. And now George Russell, you will use his ERS just to make sure he's got a nice little gap between him and Norris, which he does. In fact, he's right up behind Drugovich now, who's yet to pit. And Drugovich is doing everything he can to ensure that Russell doesn't pass him. And the problem is, the longer we're stuck up behind him, the more people like Perez are going to close. And we've worked so hard to build this gap that we've built that we really don't need them closing up on us too much now. So Russell is 3 seconds up the road from Perez, who's using his tyres a little bit more. Latifi's up to 15th. Drugovich is pitting this lap. But to be honest, he isn't slowing us up. It is just the pace of the Red Bull that is eating into us at the moment. It's the pure pace of the Red Bull. The ERS there really would have helped. And now we've got the threat. The threat of Perez behind. He's eating his tyres a little bit more. So if he's going for a bit more of an aggressive strategy, we might be okay. Latifi's actually eating his tyres more than Russell, but then again he did come in a lap earlier. So Red Bull are going to battle to try and make sure they can get 2 cars on the podium. Verstappen and Hamilton are completely gone. There is absolutely no way, even with Hamilton probably having to pit again maybe, there's no way we get to a position where we can actually catch him now, I don't think, unless he crashes out. I just don't see a situation where we can catch him. And now it's all about, can we keep the Red Bull of Sergio Perez behind us? Now, the ERS, he's been waiting, he's used it, and it's worked. But now we're going to use a little bit of ERS to actually get back past Checo. And now with Latifi, he's going to have to pit first. We're going to have to wait and see just when he's got a pit. Checo's just there, isn't he? Constantly. He really is. He's just there, constantly, right behind us. We're going to stretch these tyres a little bit, I think. Stretching the tyres certainly seems like the best option for us, in my opinion. Because the longer we go nearer the end, the less worried I've got to be about whether our tyres will last. And right now, they won't. So with George, we're going to have to go on to conserve. Try and conserve as much of these tyres as we can. Same with Latifi over these next couple of laps. Because I want to hit lap 27. That's what I want to hit right now, is lap 27. And Checo is struggling out there. 16%. Okay, so this lap we'll bring it in. We're going to bring in Latifi. This lap. So in he comes. George will go an extra lap now. Sonoda's crashed, which helps us in our battle with AlphaTauri. And this lap is when we're going to bring in George. So Max will get past us, no doubt. So in he comes. Where's Perez? He's behind us still. He is behind us still. And he will have to pit again. He's not taking those mediums to the end. I can tell you that right now. Norris also will have to pit again. George is actually back in front of him on track. Those softs are already going off for Norris. They're already going off. And now we try with both Russell and Latifi to take these hards to the end. And those two cars behind, Norris in particular has to pit this lap. His tyres have gone. But you've now got Perez, who will probably get past us, realistically. He's probably going to get back past now. It's all about for him then building that lead to a point where we can't catch him again. Leclerc is still a threat in this race as well, because he won't be going to hards. He'll be going to mediums, where I would presume. Oh no, he's going to hards. Leclerc's going to hards. Little bit baffled by that decision from Ferrari. I would have presumed mediums, but no, he's gone to hards. Checo, surely this lap, he is now past George, is he? No, George has fended him off. And this is where we're trying to go to the end. We know other cars are going to have to pit again. We know Checo is one of them. He's now trying to use ERS to try and bully his way past. And we'll just use our little bit of ERS to keep battling with him. Because as long as we're battling with him, he's using more tyres and he's not actually getting any advantage of pulling away. Now he can pull away. He's officially passed. He can try and pull away now. Hulkenberg will not be going to the end of the race on those tyres. I'll tell you that right now. I'll put my house on the fact that Hulkenberg will be pitting again. It's all about how quickly and how far can Sergio Perez pull away, because he will have a pit stop, but then he will have soft tyres. So he's gambling on the fact that his soft tyres are going to be enough to get him back past us later on in the race. Things just got interesting with Checo getting past us. It's up to us to manage our ERS to ensure that he doesn't get so far up the road that we can't stay ahead of him. Look at Hulkenberg's also getting past now. He will pit before the end. Lewis, don't even battle him, George. We're not racing him. He'll go to the end. Will Hamilton, he's won this race. He'll go to the end on those mediums. It's all about now. Checo will be pitting soon. He's 4 seconds up the road, so we will get him back. And we have got him back. But yes, he'll be going to softs. We already knew that. How far back is he, though? That's then the issue, because he's going to have to find ways past. He's about 17 seconds back. Hulkenberg's now going to have to pit. So whereabouts actually are we? Norris looks like he's going to have to pit for a 4th time. So Leclerc's really our threat. And he's 6 seconds back. And as we look to utilise our excess fuel, we could be on course here for a situation where we get another podium. Because Russell's running in third, and quite frankly, a comfortable third. This is a comfortable third place as it stands. It can change, don't get me wrong, but right now, this is as comfortable as it gets for us. Latifi is running in 12th. I don't see him really improving. Oh, they ain't going to fail before the end. There's only 3 laps left. So as we look to utilise everything we can, I can't see us getting to a point where we're under threat from Leclerc. So we're going to actually turn this down to make sure the tyres last. In terms of Latifi, we will push. We'll keep pushing, but no, we need people to pit. I can't see people pitting, so we'll put him back down to medium as well. And for these last couple of laps, just enjoy the show, because George Russell has done another splendid drive. This time slightly different, where we've had to try and utilise the tyres a bit in this Grand Prix, but he's utilised them very well, and he deserves credit for that. He's utilised them very well. And as he comes around, there we go, it's another podium. It's George Russell. Latifi's actually got past Gasly in the end, so Latifi's going to finish in 11th. Hopefully, you never know, there might be a car that's ended up in a situation where they've you know, broke the rules, and Latifi might end up in the points. But once again, AlphaTauri scoring no points. We get a big 15 at the very least. Absolutely incredible stuff. So the classification from the race is George Russell and Latifi is 3rd and 11th. But I wouldn't have thought that would have come through until now, whether someone's broken the rules. Nobody's broken the rules, and Latifi does finish in 11th place. It wasn't a bad drive from him, but it was just a bit disappointing in the end, I suppose. George Russell, epic. As always, absolutely epic from him yet again. Another podium. He's getting used to those, and this Williams is becoming very, very handy. 130 points. We've now got a 40-point lead over AlphaTauri. It's like we're third, but by a country mile we're third. It's insane. A lot to be proud of. A lot to believe in. And a lot to hope with. We've got a lot of promise in this team. And I'd keep thinking it. If we just got rid of Latifi, maybe we'd be in a position where we're a lot stronger. George Russell, look at him. He's third in the championship, ahead of the teammates of Hamilton and Verstappen. Perez and Bottas, who are 4th and 5th. There's Russell just there in 3rd. Unbelievable season so far. Absolutely incredible from him. And next up, it's the home Grand Prix. And there's rain. And if I can do what I know I can do in the rain, this could be a very good home Grand Prix for our George. If you've liked that Grand Prix, if you're happy with yet another podium, drop the video a like, give a subscribe, because there's plenty more of this content, as well as another series on Motorsport Manager which I started on Saturday and will be continuing. It's not going to be as regular as this series because there's a lot more editing involved, but I'm very excited about that series as well. Then give this channel a subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.